guys. Right, so today I am going to have a little mini session going back to looking at my nose indication. My search behaviour is going well. He knows it's about the cloves. He's getting good understanding to do a nose touch as the indication. We've put it on cue. That's all going really well. While I'm building that search, I also want to have sessions where I go back and revisit my indication and put some time and love back into the indication out of the context of the search. Because if we're only ever working on the indication as part of the search, then we're not really focusing on that behaviour and building the strength of that behaviour without the complications of the search element coming into it, okay? So I'm going to have a session now just looking at the indication. This is also going to be beneficial to me because I have had a retrieve problem where Alfie has wanted to retrieve the item. So by having these little individual sessions where I go back and really focus on my indication behaviour, I'm strengthening that all the time. I'm really reminding the dog exactly what it is that I want to see when he locates this scent. Okay, so I'm going to use one of my shoes that I've been putting into my search. I've got my container with my fresh clove scented article that I've plucked from my jar today. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to get some treats. Right, I'm going to hold this for him and I'm going to give him the cue, okay? Snuffle. Good boy, super, super. So as part of our search, we haven't asked for much duration yet because we want everything to go successful. What we really want to reward is the search element. Okay, so we're so early in the search days that we want to be rewarding the dog for searching and locating the correct scent and doing the correct behavior, so we're clicking quite quickly. So this is a chance for me to go back and visit some duration on my indication. Yep, good boy, super. Ow, that's a bit violent, Alps. So I got really nice indication there. I'm going to start introducing a bit of proofing. Yep, good boy. And then my personal favourite way of proofing, we've used reward placement a lot to help us build this touch behaviour. Now we're actually going to use the reward to proof and test the behaviour, test the dog's understanding of the behaviour despite where the reward is, okay? So he knows I've got this food in my hand. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to offer him the shoe to do the indication on. As he's doing the indication, I'm going to bring the food in towards him, okay? Now, the second I see him gravitate towards this food, I'm going to pull it back out. So the food is coming into him, he's doing an indication. If he lifts and looks towards the food, I'm going to go, no, that's not it. When you lift away from the indication, the food goes further away from you. Okay, whereas if you stay in the indication, the food stays near you, and then I click, wait not to overshadow, and put the good reward placement, put my hand where the nose target was. So let's see how this goes. So he knows I've got the food in my hand. Good. I'm bringing the food down here. I'm bringing it towards the dog. Yep. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so he was quite successful there. But if at any point he'd have removed his head from the target and come towards the food, that would have triggered my hand to move away. I'm trying to explain to him, the food stays here when you're doing the correct behaviour. When you come out of the correct behaviour, the food disappears. Let's see if we can get a look away from him. Good boy. Okay, you're being a very good boy, hey? You're being a very good boy. He knows I'm trying to trick him. I've tried to trick him a lot throughout his life, and I've caught him out a lot throughout his life. So he's like, nah, I'm not gonna fall for that now, Mum. I'm not gonna fall for that. I wish you would. I was a bit good. I was naughty. I made a noise. But you see how the second he brought his head out of that shoe, my hand disappeared right out the picture. Come on. Good. Yep, good boy. Super, super, super. So I made it more difficult then, and I got him to go wrong, okay? So as soon as I saw that nose target weaken, my hand shot right out of the way. He got a bit stuck and he struggled, so I gave him a lot of verbal support to help him through it. As soon as he put his nose back in the shoe, I'm saying good, good, which is a continuation cue for him. So for him, good means you're doing the right thing. Keep doing it, okay? So I helped him. I made it really tricky. He struggled. He learnt that he brings his head out of the indication, but anything but a click, right? He brings his head out of the indication. My hand shoots over here. He puts his head back on the indication. My hand comes back with the reward, okay? So hopefully, after going through that, I won't actually be able to trick him out of it this time, because it's powerful stuff, this, you know, it really solidifies the dog's understanding when we can explain it to them like this. Yep, super boy, super, really good. Okay, that's it. What a good man, what a good man. So I can't stress to you the importance of, you know, we built this indication so that we could back chain the behaviour. Back chaining is where we start at the end of the sequence of behaviours and we work forward. So in a retrieve, we would teach the present and the hold first, and then we'd start throwing the dumbbell, because when the dog then picks the dumbbell up, it knows what to do with it. We've already taught this end behavior, so it knows to come back. So very similarly with this, we taught the indication first, so that when we start teaching the search behavior, the dog knows what to do when they find that scent that we're asking them to find. So, you know, we've taught the indication at the end, that comes at the end. We've added the search in, we've built everything up, but it's so important to go back and visit our foundations, you know? I didn't want to get stuck on the indication so that the dog thought that that's all it was about. I wanted to explain the full picture to the dog, so we're getting some momentum now and moving forwards with our searching activities, but I still want to be having these little sessions where I come back and revisit my indication behavior to put some love and strength into that, because that's such an important part of this exercise. I really like that way of proofing it, because it's so clear to the dog, you know, the food's coming in, your head comes up, the food goes away. The food's coming in, your head comes up, the food goes away. I really like the clarity and that way of explaining things to the dog. So I hope that you all go and have some individual sessions working again on your nose indication and putting some strength into that and getting a bit more duration, a bit more proofing. Hopefully you'll have a go at the food thing, see how that works for you. Any questions, let me know. Cheers guys, bye.